We had a woman on the podcast. Her name is Courtney Dowalter. She's a ultra marathon runner. She ran this thing called the Moab 240. It's 238 miles. She did it 22 miles faster than the second place man. This is over 3 days. She slept for 1 minute during the entire time, but she was saying that she hallucinates. She starts seeing like rabbits are talking to her, and she sees things that aren't there, like mystical beings and stuff. She said it's really freaky, but she knows that she's hallucinating. She just keeps going. She's like saying hi to rabbits. There was a video where there was a corporation they convinced their employees to get a microchip in their arm. Look at that thing. Like if you want to work there, you have to get it in your arm. God damn it.
No shit.
And they used it to like buy things at lunch, and they could use it to open doors. Dude, they stuck this thing in their fucking arm. These guys are all assholes. I can't believe everyone's willing to get this thing inserted in their fucking body. They planted that in that dude's fucking hand.
No.
Now what if he
shit.
does jujitsu? Then what? Huh? That thing's gonna break. You're gonna have to cut it out. It's gonna get infected. God damn it.
No
Look,
shit.
Bro, there's a fucking company, and these people are lining up to get this shit injected into their body. Look at that guy. He's like, I should have stayed in college. I went to a party, and I've talked about this in the podcast before. This one little kid was just running around hitting everybody and doing... The parents were inside drinking. They were in the party drinking, and the kid's out there with the other kids. And then finally, the guy comes out and apologizes. I'm sorry, he's a good kid. I'm like, he's not a good kid. Like, he's hit 3 kids.
Yeah.
I told him what the kid did. He goes, he never did that. I go, I saw him do that.
Watched your son be an asshole.
And the guy's like, I said I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill you.
Yep.
Like, do you understand? I want to grab your neck and choke the life out of you.
Yeah.
I'm containing myself, you
Yep.
fucking cunt.
Yeah, so
Islam's choke must be otherworldly. Yeah. I talked to DC about it. And I said, hey man, I go, his fucking squeeze must... He goes, oh, dope. I had him demonstrate a choke on me. I thought it was gonna be fun. They're like, show me how you do that. Show me how you do it. He goes, dude. When he grabbed a hold of me, I was like, oh shit, this guy's gonna choke me. And that's DC. What's this? What is Biden doing? He fell down again?
Yeah.
Is this today?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Missed the
can't.
speech.
I can't anymore.
Well, here's the sad thing, man.
I
And I
can't.
say this because, look, my dad was 70 when I was born. My dad was an old man.
Yeah.
So I grew up around a lot of, like, environments where sometimes people would take advantage of my dad because he was old.
But he just fell. He didn't even fall for a reason. He
Right, but it's just
fell.
not fair. Like, at a certain point, you can't... It's not cool to old people to do that to them.
No.
Like, he doesn't know this is happening to him.
Yeah, but he kind of does, and he's kind of a cunt.
Well, that could be true. But he doesn't know...
He's always been a cunt, though. If you go back and listen to that guy lying about his education record and lying about his accomplishments, and like, he's always been a problem.
Yeah.
The richest person ever known to exist in all of mankind is Mansa Musa of the Mali Empire. And he was so rich from gold that he would be richer than Elon Musk and like Bezos combined.
I'm walking down the street. I'm all by myself. It's pitch black out. It's cold as fuck. And this Mercedes pulls up, and these 2 guys get out of the front seat, and they reach into the back seat, and they grab something out. And I see it's this woman with beautiful red hair, and they're pulling her out of the back seat of this Mercedes. And I'm the only one on the street, and they clearly don't see me, but this woman sees me, and she makes like direct eye contact with me. They're pulling her out of the back seat. She's not fighting them, but she's not helping them either. She's just like completely limp and just being dragged. They take her over to this building, and they just start like opening her head up against the side of this building. They just start smashing her head. So I like forgot where I was, and like I ran at this guy, and I grabbed him, and in English, I'm like, man, what the fuck are you doing? And he just pulled out a gun. He just put it like right to my forehead, and he said in English, he's like, go away. I'd seen guns before. I'd seen stuff before. I just knew that this was a completely different level. And so, you know, I walked away listening to that.
A group of people that say that dragons were real. And I'll explain. So around the same time period in, China, South America, Africa, all these different, Rome, all these places, images depicted people fighting dragons, right? And every dragon was slightly different, but it was all a giant, scaly animal that could fly. The group that says this, basically they're saying the evidence is the reason there's no fossils of dragons is because they had bird bones, and they were actually very delicate animals. But a small population of these giant flying lizards existed, and they were all killed off by, knights or whatever it is, and then didn't fossilize.
What?
So it's like the science is saying that if there were lizards big enough to fly around and eat people, they didn't have bones that could fossilize.
Because people will tell you that you shouldn't say something's gay. But I love gay people. I have no problem with gay people. I'm happy they're a real thing. I really am. I like it. Mix it up. Who gives a shit? So if you don't like me calling things gay, then what word would you like me to use to describe gay shit? What are we doing here, man? There's certain noises we can't make with our face anymore. You know, I think the same thing, right? Gay's not negative, it's just gay, okay? There's certain things that are gay that have nothing to do with men having sex with each other. Like musicals. Right? No one knows why. They're just gay. Men wearing pearls, gay as f***. Did you see the grizzly bear I posted on my Instagram today?
No, I didn't.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a camera that's set up and someone put food in front of the camera and a light so that when the grizzly bear walked in, you can get video of this thing walking in. So it's like a little cautious and a little skittish, but you get a sense of what it would look like if that thing was like walking up to you. And any illusion,
Holy crap.
any illusion that you have that you could somehow survive if that thing wanted to kill you should be instantaneously erased when you see this video. Look at the size of that fucking thing.
If you really want to kill the most things, be a vegan, because the farmers who protect your beans kill everything. I kill one animal per arrow. In order to grow tofu, you have to kill every ground squirrel, every vole, every shrew, every snake, every turtle, every frog, every bird, every rabbit, anything that gets in that bean field, I'm either going to plow and dismember, and then if anything does survive my first slaughter, I'm going to come in with Monsanto and poison the shit out of everything so you can have a tofu salad and not be responsible for any death. Fuck you.
You hear about the guy who sold a fucking airport that didn't exist to Japan?
Really?
Remember that one? A Nigerian dude sold a fucking airport
We're
that
winning.
wasn't a real airport.
We're winning.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
many people do that with like buildings or Airbnbs, but that's a fucking airport.
an airport, 242 million.
Fuck off.
Sold a fake airport for 242 million.
How do you do that?
It's fucking
I don't even
Nigeria,
understand.
man. Student loan debt. That student loan debt is the only debt that you can't declare bankruptcy in.
Yeah, that part is
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense.
But when you say forgive it, it's not just like I think a lot of people say that and they go, I just don't want to pay this. Yeah, of course, I understand that.
Yeah.
But you realize that somebody has to pay it. That just it doesn't just go into the sky.
Right.
Somebody owns that debt. So who's going to pay it? It's if you say that the government will forgive student loans, I mean that amount has to be in like the trillions.
Wonder what it is. Let's find out. What's the collective student loan debt in the United States as
I
of
do
20?
know there is a differentiation in this conversation that it's federal student loan debt, not private student loan debt, which is a big difference.
Okay.
That's companies that do own that debt versus like the government that granted.
So this is just
Pell Grants and
federal
stuff like that.
federal
I'm
student loans.
pretty sure of that.
Dude, do you watch Peaky Blinders?
No, I heard it's great though.
It's all about the gypsies.
They're wild folks.
It is up there with Game of Thrones
Really?
and Sopranos, like in terms of 1-hour dramas. The guy who's the lead is just one of the most badass protagonists in any drama you've ever seen in your life. They live in Birmingham. They go there. They kind of dip into the gypsy world a little bit. It's cool.
The fear of loss, I lost my mom, or the fear of death. There's a lot of fears, but the thing is, when you remove, like even in the schools, you remove prayer, you remove God, you remove the fear of God, you create the possibility of the fear of everything else. If you instill the fear of God, you eliminate the fear of anything else. I am definitely, literally definitely shaking and in so much fear of my father. I fear God, and I don't fear nothing else.